tell you.
We're laying in bed one night.
Okay.
And,
We don't need to play by play.
No, this is great.
Play by play, go.
So I'm sleeping.
Oh God.
I smell something. I don't smell.
No, babe, no.
Just kidding.
Oh wait, can you grab me my wine glass?
Fine tube.
What is the thing? Incense is like every single Pornhub thing now. I feel bad. Pornhub like makes me feel bad. Like,
Yeah, like-
whose idea was it that every porn
Like,
video has to
only-
be
you only
my
feel bad-
stepsister,
Like,
my
yeah,
stepmom?
or like
Yo,
my mom.
You only feel
or-
bad
Chill
after
out.
you finish, though. I feel like.
No, I feel like bad during. I just.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Only
That's
feel
all.
bad after, yeah. Like when you're
Only-
sitting there and then you're just like, oh
Like,
fuck,
what
I'm
the fuck
disgusted.
did
I really am.
Why am I watching
Yeah, because like when
this?
you're like, yeah, that's hot, fuck, and then after it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm so wrong. I need to seek professional help. The three basicest, whitest motherfuckers on the planet. Look at it. It's,
Except
we're
for
washing
him.
out.
Look at
Oh,
him.
yeah.
We're washing
I got
out.
a good gold.
He's
golden
like nice
bronze.
and tan.
Y'all haven't even seen like the whitest parts of me either. That's the worst part. This is my tan. This is my
That's
tan.
red.
Get the tomato tan. You know, so
So I just want to do some introductions first. I mentioned Gary on my channel before, but this is him in the face.
In the face.
just
the
the
face,
face.
in the
the
flesh.
rest is
You have to-
somebody else's.
And this is our really good friend Lawrence.
They're lying. I'm holding them hostage.
Yeah. We didn't invite him here. I actually have known Lawrence now for, what, 5 years?
Yeah, you've had that displeasure for at
Yes.
least half a decade.
Yes, a deep displeasure. I was a hostess at Firebirds and he was a waiter. And Gary, I've known Gary for about a year now. Well, I guess a little bit over a year. And we met on OkCupid.
I met my ex.
Oh, really?
I wish she far better luck.
We're a little more hopeful because my brother met his girlfriend on OkCupid and
It's a good site. It
one of
really
my
is.
friends met her boyfriend on OkCupid and they're like perfect for each other.
It's better than Plenty of Fish. It's better
Oh,
than.
yeah.
I've never
Plenty
done
of Fish.
I've never
That's
done
what's
Plenty
the-
of Fish.
What's the coffee one?
I don't remember.
Oh, Coffee and Bagel! I always wanted to try that. It looked cute.
Look, Plenty of Fish had some like dope ass quizzes back in the day. It was like you had like a Hogwarts quiz and everything you could go through.
See, I like
And match up
OkCupid.
if you were also finding out like Ravenclaw or something. If you were like a real fucking nerd.
Before we actually get into talking, the reason for this video is because I wanted to talk about dating while you're chronically sick. And I know these guys are gonna give a much different point of view, opinion than I am because I'm the one that's sick and they're not. And I was really curious as to what Gary's thoughts were for different talking points that I've written down, and then Lawrence's opinions because he just has lots of opinions.
What about mental illness? Do we classify? Could you say we're not chronically ill? Are we just acutely like mentally ill?
Something you want to talk about?
Yeah, and I just feel like we both should qualify as
Just sit
well.
on my soap
Alright,
cafe.
Okay, well, I'm sorry,
casting
you're
couch
right.
now.
I am, I didn't include that. You're right, I guess. I don't know if you're chronically ill.
You've known me for 5 years and you can't tell my host of like mental illnesses. Good lord.
I feel
We're not
like
even friends
out
anymore.
of anything, you have, what is that, Munchausen.
Isn't that the one where you fucking poison your kid or something?
That's
So that they
Munchausen's
will,
by
like...
proxy.
What?
You're not
No,
you're
by
not
proxy?
by proxying.
Alright, I'm
You're
revoking your
Munchausen-
fucking therapist
You're
license.
Munchausen yourself.
How am I Munchausen myself? I do
Because-
not poison
okay, this
myself.
guy-
Please don't send someone
This
to my
guy
house.
shows up to my house with a backpack full of vitamins and minerals and...
That's the exact opposite. I'm
But,
trying
like,
to stay
at the
healthy and
wazoo.
young.
Yeah.
Barely.
Anyway, I wanted to make this video to spread a little bit of awareness about dating while you're chronically ill, because it's definitely, I mean, dating's not easy, and then when you add in just that, adds that extra level,
Element of responsibility.
yeah, of difficulty.
I'm here for
Level of responsibility.
True. I mean, it's like, because it's something you always have to think about, and like every mental thing that you have to keep in your head drains you just a little bit more. So when you're talking about relationships, I feel like it puts you just a little bit closer towards like the end of a short fuse. So it makes a little more strain on like any relationship, whether it's parental or familial, because it drains your energy and you have to, you're always stuck in this, I feel sympathy for the person who's ill, I have to take care of them. So that can also like lead to stressors that just blow up. I feel
Yeah,
like. So,
and I definitely get that. Even before I met Gary, it was really, really hard dating because just trying to get, and on my OkCupid profile, I blatantly put out pictures where I had my feeding tube, I told them that I had gastroparesis and that I can't eat very well or at all, and so I recommend like dates that don't revolve around food and stuff. But it's still really difficult because no matter how many times you tell someone that you have a disorder, they're just not going to understand it. You've even been living with me for a year, and I still feel like you're still learning every single day just how challenging living with someone that has an illness can be.
That's my type.
You like them sick girls?
Yeah. You don't have a sick
So
pig?
you're the one with, what is it, Munchausen's or something?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
You actually don't have a chronic illness.
Actually,
Gary's like, shh, don't
his
tell her.
fantasy is
Your sick pigs.
sick pics, yeah, instead of dick pics. Things I wrote down. What is like one of your first impressions when you saw my profile on OkCupid?
I wanted to feed you a burger.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was like, this girl needs a burger.
I was really skinny.
Yeah.
The picture I had up, I think I was 85 pounds.
Here's a quick quiz. When do you think was the last time you weighed 85 pounds? I think I was probably about,
What, 10?
I don't know, maybe 11? Yeah, I grew late, but still.
If you weighed more than me, he could pick me up for a little while there.
Wow.
Yeah, scary. My youngest nephew, too, Logan.
You
How
probably
old is
still
Logan?
could.
He probably, well, no, he can't now that I'm a hefty 110.
How
Thick.
Yeah, look at that. Look at them thick thighs.
Thick
Oh,
with
yeah.
3 C's. You weren't, like, I don't know, nervous at all, or...
No, I just read your bio. I didn't really look at your pics.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
a
true.
Liar.
I only had
Piece of
one
shit.
I only had one picture.
I only cared about her personality.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
uh-huh.
course.
Actually, funny thing. When I told my friend, we went out to a bar, and I showed him your profile, and he's like, "Aren't you afraid she's gonna die soon?" He was referencing A Walk to Remember.
Yeah.
That's what
That's like the only thing that comes to his head. He's like,
Oh
his
my
mind.
God.
He's like, every
You're like,
disease is
you're
the
like,
same.
bro, what if she dies? It's like,
The
I mean, you
caveat
make-
that I have is
You make
that,
a good point where I understand from, like, a point of view of someone who is healthy. Like, even me, before I met you and I was talking to people that were also sick, you know, it's, on one end, it's great because they completely understand and they're compassionate, but on another hand, you're a little worried that, like, okay, well, if we're both really sick, how are you gonna take care of someone? And it's kind of fucked up for me to be like, I don't know if it's fucked up. It's kind of like
No, it isn't.
just what's expected because of it's my life, but it's like I need someone that's gonna be able to take care of me when it comes to that
wipe
time.
your butt.
Yeah, wipe my butt. Wipe my butt. But there's been moments where I've been so incapacitated from vomiting that I can't talk and I can't move, and my mom's been there for that. You haven't, luckily, because I haven't had a flare like that in a very long time. But there's been, like, I always think of this one day where I was literally just laying on the bed downstairs, couldn't even come upstairs, and I was just constantly throwing up or dry heaving, and it just wouldn't stop for 10 hours. And finally we went to the hospital, so I can't imagine if, like, I was doing that, and then also the person I'm dating is also vomiting or having to get sick at the same
you
time. It's like a Family
You're-
Guy
you're
episode.
on other side of the room trying to reach each other, and you're both.
Babe, are you okay? I'm here for you. I do get that aspect where it's like scary.
I don't think so, though. I mean, if you really care about someone, the only frustrating part is, my mom has a lot of chronic problems that she's now fixed through intense research, intense therapy, intense medical help. I went on a date with a girl, though. She had several chronic illnesses, several of which were actually similar to my mother's. She had lupus. And so she said, well, is this going to bother you? I was like, no, it's not going to bother me. But it did, but for a different reason, which was that she had no gumption to want to try to improve her disease or her station. So it was like just something that she'd accepted into her personality. And so I was like, okay, well, you could try this, this, or this. And she was like, no, no, and no. Mm-hmm. And that means...
And it's not like she'd already tried that stuff before.
Right. It wasn't like she tried it
Okay.
before and was like, oh, that didn't work for me. It was just a very, like, an acceptance about the state of health. Because, I mean, we're all in a state of flux when it comes to health. We're all going to be sick and die eventually. So, not to, like, give you the existential crisis you needed right now. But you need to take the steps necessary to try to ameliorate that and not to get to that point as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true for healthy people and for sick people. So I think it's more evident that when someone is sick, you can kind of see their mentality earlier on. Because if somebody's healthy, they might have that same attitude when they get sick. I don't care. I don't want to work on it. Which is, if you're in a relationship with someone, you don't want that. Because it's like, that means you're not fighting for yourself.
Yeah.
And which ultimately means you weren't going to fight for me or for anything.
Right.
I mean, but at the same token, I understand on the other side of that spectrum how tiring it has to be to like try this. It's a never-ending battle.
And then and lupus, it's the same thing. Like, you can try so many different things. Like, for fatigue, for example. I know lupus, fatigue is a huge thing. With gastroparesis, it is too. And there's just, like, nothing. And you try everything that you can. And so, at a point, you're like, well, why keep trying if nothing's gonna work? But at the same time, you know, you're trying to help. And it does sound like that person gave up, in a sense. And I guess in a sense I've given up too. I mean, like, trying to find doctors, trying to find different things that are really going to help. So, like, even when you suggest stuff, like, I'm going to try the papaya extract, but do I really have high hopes for it? Not really, because...
No.
Because I've tried vitamins and supplements before. I was already taking 5 pills in the morning, 5 pills in the afternoon, then to add on 5 different vitamins that are, like... And why are they all, like, horse-shaped pills? Like, why can't they just be, like...
Horse-shaped, or...?
Yeah, they're exactly horse-shaped. That's funny because mine are all giraffe-shaped.
No,
That's so interesting.
I'm jealous.
I know.
On your throat?
Yeah, a little bit too long, the giraffe ones,
When
you
the
know.
neck just happens to
You
go
know.
to the right.
I meant horse-sized.
Horse-sized? Jesus Christ,
Oh
girl.
my god! All right, Dad. Were you... Well, actually, I remember you even asked me to clarify, like, you were like, but your disease, like, it doesn't, like, kill you outrightly, right?
not
Like, you're not gonna
contagious
die.
It was like, I'm concerned about me. I mean, I'm here for you, babe, but let's talk about me real quick,
Right,
okay?
yeah, like,
You know?
I'll be okay.
I'm still not convinced.
And no, gastroparesis technically doesn't kill you, but neither does cancer. It's the...
The mental side.
No.
It's the...
I got so sad from cancer.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I was
it
so
wasn't
sad
the
that's what killed
metastasized lump in my heart which stopped it from beating. It was the sadness.
Or the radiation. Even the illness doesn't kill you, but the symptoms of it.
You stopping
Can.
breathing, that kills you. All right.
So the malnutrition can kill me, technically.
Yeah.
So,
All right, next talking point.
For
I'm a little drunk.
I
He likes those IPAs.
that's what that is.
Yeah, it's not good for us as men though, because the hops they contain a lot of
Destroys your
phytoestrogens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it destroys the semens.
The Siemens.
And you got a bunch of dead little tadpoles, basically. Like, they shoot out. You got a million of them, but they ain't going nowhere. They just lying there. You know what
Actually,
I'm
that's
saying?
kind of nice. Just
That's
drink. Just
actually-
keep drinking.
yeah.
Keep drinking it.
actually.
Quick.
Drink a lot of
That's
it.
way cheaper than condoms, all right? Go.
Okay. Anyways, getting back into the...
All right, next point.
Learning
is-
learning about my illness. So this is a thing, this is one of my problems that I've had with Gary. I love you so much, but you've
Oh,
never...
this is gonna be good.
Like, you're learning about my illness, and I get it, like, by personal experience, but I kind of just wish you would look
You want me to be
into
a
it.
scientist?
I don't want you to be a scientist. I
I
want
did look
you...
into it. I don't retain information very well, though.
Yeah, that is difficult, though,
Yeah,
for real.
it's like studying for a biology exam. Like, I'll read about it once, and then if I'm not living it, it's different for me than you because it doesn't affect my daily life. So
I get it, but, like... But that's the thing.
I'm just here to take care of you. So if you know what you're
And
doing, I trust you.
But what about when I'm incapacitated and I
We're
need
going
you
to the
know?
hospital.
That's when you,
We are going to the hospital where there's doctors.
Let's
that
really
can
talk about this. His best role when if you should just collapse is calling 911. That's his best role. You don't want him playing doctor over here like he's fucking House.
Well,
and next thing you
no.
know, he's like, it was never gastroparesis.
Look.
It was lupus. And then he's giving you all sorts of weird shots.
on
No, don't
arrival.
do that.
I tried my best.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did this,
we
this,
don't want
this,
that.
this, and this.
We don't want that.
But no,
Wait,
in all seriousness, there are certain things that I wish you kind of...
I know how to fetch your inhaler. Do you have an EpiPen?
I don't.
Are you treating him like a dog?
Um,
The word fetch was very...
She has like
Unfortunately,
100
you do
different
have
pills
to-
that she takes.
Train.
All right, how many commands does he know yet?
It's almost like training someone to know what you need. Zofran. You don't know about getting me Zofran when I'm getting sick.
You just tell me, I'll go get it.
Yeah.
But it's
Or
like
your mom
super
can tell
sick.
me. Your mom knows it.
Do you have like a
Yeah.
hand signal down? You know, say you were like,
No. Have you ever looked into it?
Yes.
Gastroparesis?
do you not remember the laundry list of shit I sent
That
you?
is very true. Like, he looked into it, and then he was like, you need to do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and try this, and try that, and maybe
It comes from
has something to do
having
with
family
this.
members who
Are
have
you
chronic
pulling on-
illness.
What about dealing with hospital stays? So you've
Those
only had to deal with one, and I was in there for a whole week, but Gary at the time was living up in Alexandria, so I think you were only there for like a day or two. How'd that make you feel?
Oh, that was like during the snowstorm.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah,
Roads
you're
were
right.
terrible.
Yeah.
I love the most emotional connection you had was like, yeah, my girlfriend's in the hospital, but man, those fucking roads.
Right?
Will they not put enough goddamn salt down in time?
sorry. Yeah,
Virginia DOT needs to get their shit together.
They were
Oh,
terrible.
but my honey boo here she was sick too. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, something like that.
Didn't work.
He had to,
So
well, not go to work. You get to work at home. Couldn't you have worked from home at the hospital? Well,
oh no.
this is the thing. I really don't.
Are you back on
I
your
don't-
webcamming? All right.
On what?
On your webcamming?
I'm fine.
You're drunk.
Thanks. Ow! I've never been that tall. I've never been that
Her
tall
whole
to
life.
have to
Her
real-
whole life.
Impressive.
to have to pay
You slow down
attention.
the RPM of the.
Can you get me some more wine?
That's one command I know.
Look at that. She's got this training down.
Okay, so he doesn't have to be here for this, but so this is the only other thing that we needed to mention. So there was one night when you have gastroparesis, there are times that you deal with constipation and you also deal with, I'm gonna say it, diarrhea.
You know what? Get it all out there right now, girl.
One night, actually, it was because I was taking a new medication. That's what really
Wait, how are you
sucks.
getting constipation and diarrhea at the same time? That's some special skills. Is that
It's
like
called-
a gastroparesis superpower?
It's called IBS mixed.
IBS mixed. Impressive.
Yes.
That's kind of
Well-
like what the meteorologists say when they're
Yeah.
like, we're expecting a mix here. It's both like a slurry and a rain at the same time.
Ew.
You're welcome for that mental image, by the way.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You could see me like look. It was actually because of a medication I was taking. So I actually deal with constipation, and they give you medications to help with that.
It's the anal animals,
But
right?
it's like, oh my god, shut up. No, I luckily haven't had
She
to
just
do.
lubes it up down there, comes
There,
right
you know
out.
what? Unfortunately, there are some people who do have to do anal enemas just to get their
Now you're making me
constipation.
feel bad.
There are
Jesus
people who
Christ.
have to.
I'm here for the funnies. Bad about
My
my
dad
funnies.
had to help. He's not really my brother, but we'll just say my brother. One of my brothers. Well, I don't know if you know my life story. Do you know my
Tell it
life
to me
story?
now.
No,
You
okay,
weren't ready
so-
for this vlog, but it's getting deep.
So when I was living with my dad and my mom
Yeah.
and our family, my dad's friend has a son. He's not dead.
Had a son.
He's alive. He's
They
alive.
killed the-
a son who has Down syndrome.
Oh.
And so
Oh
he
my
has-
god, 2 for 2. You're making me look like a monster
So
here.
he has constipation, and they've had to give him enemas quite regularly. Ah!
Shitter!
I took her outside, and then she
Gary,
snuck in
Shitter!
and came upstairs.
Okay, I was taking a medication, and because you have constipation, the medication that you take gives you diarrhea. Anything
I'm
like
making
that.
a rap there. I had the constipation.
I had the constipation.
Had to get the medication.
Gotta get the medication to give me the diarrhea.
Yo!
Whoa, no, you're too white for that.
Yo.
We
You
apologize.
guys rapping?
I mean,
Public service
sincerely
announcement. We
and
apologize.
deeply apologize for. I was just trying to say that night that I was taking that new medication and I ended up shitting myself like 5
Oh,
times.
so you can say that on camera, but we can't talk about when you have fights.
We can talk about it. I just
When
don't-
you have fights, that sounds like when she's like, all of a sudden it's like, ding ding! Fight club, we don't talk about it. Let me tell you.
We're laying in bed one night,
Okay.
and
We don't need to
This
play
got
by
derailed.
play.
no, this is great.
Play by play, go!
So I'm sleeping.
Oh God.
I smell something. I don't smell.
No,
anything.
babe, no,
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. No. She wakes up, startles me. I'm like,
This is the
I'm like-
content you
I'm like-
pay for.
I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
They don't pay
She's like,
me.
baby, I just shit myself. And so she gets up, runs to the bathroom, comes back. This happens like 4 times throughout the night.
Yeah.
Woke up. I don't know how many dirty
I was so fucking mad. I know.
underwear you threw
I
out.
at least threw one pair of underwear away.
Whoa. No, there is no salvage job. What the hell are you doing? Like, well, that one, it's got the skid mark, but it's kind of curved, so I like the artistic blend there.
No.
Like I say, Jackson
Ew,
Pollock
ew.
painting or something.
I think it was
you
the one.
throw them all away, Kat.
You know.
All of them.
Okay, do you spend $10 on your fucking panties at Victoria's Secret?
Okay, my panties, I buy online, special order, goddammit. Alright?
Put a towel down basically, and then I finally went back to sleep.
If
And
you
then
have
I
this
shit
problem
myself.
in your future,
I wish.
please throw away all the fucking shit
No.
that was affected.
Okay, if you don't
There is
throw
no
away,
salvage job.
if you don't throw
None.
if you don't
None.
if you don't throw away your underwear, leave it down in the comments.
What kind of audience are you trying to reach with that?
Everyone.
Everyone.
My kind of audience. Have
We
you
just-
ever shit yourself, Lawrence?
No, I actually haven't.
Really?
Not
Not
as
that
an
you can
adult.
recall.
No, as an adult I haven't.
You've never shit yourself, like just being sick or something?
Yo, look,
Maybe.
I've come close, but it's like one of those, you're doing the
When I
dance,
had
you're
the-
like, no, hold it, no,
I never
no.
farted so hard that.
No.
You sure?
See, when you get gastroparesis and after you've had your gallbladder out, when you fart, you gotta be real careful.
Speaking to a very unique slice of the population here.
You'd be surprised how many people have had their gallbladders removed and
We're gonna find out in the
have
comments.
gastroparesis. I was just trying to say he was really sweet and understanding and handled it really, really well. At first,
Guys, he's a good guy.
he was really sweet, and then he did start to make jokes.
Well, you
Who
have
couldn't?
to.
Who couldn't?
You can't not. Come on now. No, look.
Embarrassing.
All right, to be fair, look, here's the thing. In a deeply personal circumstance like this, you could not make jokes for like 3 hours. That's about the limit, all right? So were you supportive for like 3 hours before you started cracking
I
jokes?
couldn't sit. I had to go to bed. I was immediately on them jokes.
But-
Yeah, it was about it was after I stopped crying about it.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
He was like, baby, you don't need to be embarrassed about it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, but you just shit yourself.
I don't know if I said that, but
You said something
It was
funnier.
wittier.
It's probably
I
better.
couldn't-
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
was-
was
it was
wittier.
a lot better
I'm
than
sorry, I couldn't. I was on the spot.
Quickly,
tell me about
everyone.
that spot.
Oh my god, you went really deep in my...
that was only my pinky too.
You went like deep in my throat.
All right,
I heard- I heard that.
wait, no. You just burnt yourself because she said you went really deep. So if that's her experience at deep, what's going on, Gary?
Ew, what was that laugh? What was that noise that I just made?
Well, I said that was my pinky, not my dick.
But she said that was the deep. That was the deep.
I didn't say that was the deepest. I just
The
said that was
deepest?
really deep.
Tell the camera more how much deeper you go after you just had a revelation of how you shit yourself. This is going downhill
She's
very
such a
quickly.
small.
This video is
Small
insane.
person.
We just crossed over into Pornhub
I probably
territory.
can't use
Welcome.
I can't use any of this. Demonetized.
Yeah, dude, immediately.
No, this isn't even like demonetized. This is demonic.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to talk about the mental aspect of having gastroparesis?
Okay, yeah. So, you get angry a lot over what I consider to be little things. Maybe not to you at the moment, but when I see them coming from a calm person, and her road rage is insane. Oh my god. But anyways, over the little things. Can I talk about the time you punched your ace? No.
Before,
What it was
no.
you were
Before
thinking
you
about-
get into it, I just want to explain the fact that, again, what you said is it's little to you, but it's not little to me. And the only reason it's not little to
It's
me
because
is
she's
because...
littler.
I was gonna go into
Everything's bigger.
Okay, seriously, jokes aside. Not little to me is because I can't control major thing in my life I can't control, and it's eating. So
Okay.
I deal with that anxiety, and the only way that it comes out, unfortunately, yes, is in anger and
So-
irritability. On to the dump. We
on
were
the
listening to
dump.
music.
Listen to music. She starts crying out of nowhere. So I'm asking her why she's crying.
Talk louder.
You weren't feeding me information, and you kept crying,
Yeah.
and it frustrated me because
You got mad
Yeah.
so quickly. Like you went from 0 to 100.
because this wasn't the first time this has happened. And I was a little frustrated because she didn't open up at all.
I cry
And then
a lot.
she finally did, but it was at like the wrong time. That's what kind of frustrated me because we're about to order the food. She's so.
Like, we were near the cash register. I'm about to get my fucking food, and that's when this bitch decided to open up. All right, I didn't sign up for that. My stomach is fucking hungry.
No.
I was just like, fuck it, we're going home. We'll come back out later. I don't want
He
food.
really-
I'm
he
not
really
even hungry
was.
anymore. I'm
Okay.
not even hungry anymore.
Okay, so we were at Chick-fil-A and he was like, "No, let's leave. Let's
Like,
leave."
there's a time and place for everything. I even said that. I said
yeah,
pull
you
over.
did. There's a
and we
time and
pulled over
place for
a little bit.
everything.
It didn't stop.
But that's the thing about anxiety. It doesn't care
But this wasn't about your eating.
It doesn't care
This was
about times
something
and places.
else.
Okay, but anxiety isn't always about my stomach,
you go.
unfortunately. It's not, and I'll be honest.
Okay, so it's not tied to. This is something else.
Okay, this is what happened because he didn't give you the whole entire story anyway.
Spill this tea, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, it came from you.
So we were in the car, we were listening to a song, and I admit it is
What song was
it's
it?
a stupid song. It's Chris Brown and it's Wobble Up.
Wow, that made you emotional? I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, y'all.
Let
This
me
has been
tell my
fun.
story!
Tune in next time.
You just shut the fuck up and listen to my goddamn story. These
Like
are
and
the
subscribe.
worst.
Hit that notification icon.
We're done here. We are done here.
No, listen. So we're listening to this song, and Gary judges me about listening to it. He's like, "Wow, every
I
one
didn't
of
judge
these,
you.
every one of these rap songs is exactly the same." And I took it, but that's the thing.
Kind of hard. She took it personally.
I
for
took
some reason,
it-
like she wrote the song. I was like, no.
I'm about to fucking tell you why I took it personally. God, if you let me fucking talk.
See, that's the shit I'm talking. She got in this with her mom and was throwing
This is
things.
good. Get the proof. Get the proof out there.
So he made this judgment of the song.
Yeah.
And yes, I started to flash back, and not to, it was to my relationship before him. Relationship with someone, and for a very long time, and he judged me so harshly on anything that I did. Music. If I watched the
Oh, I judge you
Kardashians,
hardcore.
he'd be like, "You're trash because this is trash."
Yeah,
said you're
no. Yes, that's
That's
like
different. There's a
extension.
difference between judging
That's
something and then
different.
the person.
Yes.
Huge distinction.
Yes. And so, unfortunately, and I know you're not him, but I just want you to kind of understand where I'm coming from, that I've been in relationships where I've been so judged to the point that I feel like I can't be myself, I can't like stuff. This was right before we
Just
were
let you all
ordering.
know, by the way, I charge $90 an hour for marriage counseling. So
Well, you haven't done shit yet, so...
that's what therapists
Calm down with the
do.
curse words. You're gonna have to do a lot of editing after this.
No, we don't. It's YouTube. Fuck
This
you,
video,
fucking cunt.
honestly, I have
Tell us
really
more.
bad irritability thanks to my anxiety and thanks to past
No.
relationships.
Due to her shit ass
I am
friends.
so glad that you guys haven't had shitty relationships where somebody
Oh, we have.
fucked you up.
No. We don't get to go there. I've told you about my some crazy ass.
But
fucking
this is your
exes.
channel, not our channel.
This is dating while chronically sick, and I mean dating while you're not chronically sick too.
Dating while we are chronically sick in the fucking head.
Why
that
are you
counts.
holding that?
I mean-
Has your mental illnesses ever gotten in the way of dating?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's discuss it. Actually, can we take
I'm
a
a
break?
sick
Can
freak.
I change and then can we sit down? I want to hear more.
Not on this channel. Tune in next time.
Really?
Movie.
Well, anyways, I guess this is all we'll say for now. Thank you guys for being a part of my vlog, honestly. I know it's awkward as fuck, and
Check out my Pornhub channel. All right, I'm just letting you that. Just toss that out
the
there. real
pasty ginger.
Oh, and if you like Minecraft, tune into my mixer.
quick.
No, I don't play Minecraft. I
We're
play
combining
Roblox.
all of them into next week's episode. Okay?
Next week's episode.
Yeah.
And I plan on also talking separately. I don't know if I'm going to put it before or after. So
Put
that
it in
I
the
can
middle, just,
actually
like,
have
totally fuck
just
'em
like
up.
random. Just
Yeah. Just drop it in there.
Thanks for checking in.
Bye, Pitch.